Rose perfumes and fragrances are synonymous with spring. Many of us grab them to wear just for the sheer delight they bring us. And as we wear it, the rose in our perfumes tell us many stories. It lingers, it comforts, and reminds us of a rose bush or a rose garden of some time ago. Perhaps a family garden, grandparents' garden, friend's garden, cousin's garden, an aunt's garden, or even great grandparents' garden. And I can believe that those gardens all had a gorgeous rose tree present, blooming and just permeating away during spring. So join me when we come back, where I share fragrances that are directly related and mostly definitely designed for spring. Yes, 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 yes. Rose has a huge connection to most and many people. During spring, the perfume I usually grab is a high note of rose type of scent. And on my tray today, I have three gorgeous rose scents. I have a peppery rose, a spicy rose, and a velvet fruity rose. Now, rose is a cornerstone of perfumery, appearing in roughly 75, perhaps 80% of modern feminine fragrance. I would pin and confirm modern to be, I'd say, mid-90s to today. I love all perfumes with rose in it, darlings. What a pleasure it is to smell a rose. Roses are added to perfumes for their rich, complex, and timeless aromas, and acting as that versatile heart note that adds depth and warmth and luxury. And it's very prized for its ability to blend with many scents. It basically enhances longevity and projects this romantic, elegant quality. Yes, yes, yes. Now, while there are thousands of rose varieties, only two are used in perfumery, as you may well all know, and they are those two gorgeous roses, the May rose and the damask rose. These two are the varieties that you smell in your perfumes. Two roses with two different vibes. Now, the damask rose is a hybrid of the French rose or musk rose, both European species. Now, the damask rose was introduced into Turkey by a farmer in 1894 who used it to make rose water, something very popular in flavoring perfumes and flavoring dishes, desserts, if you will. So the Turkish government helped him set up production of the damask rose. In 20 years, Turkey became one of the top damask rose producers, creating a rose triangle in all of Anatolia. Now, this rose, the damask rose, is highly fragrant with a green, sort of spicy, powerful character, which makes it very, very perfect and frequently paired into dark perfumes, frequently paired with patchoulis and woods. That's the damask rose. it creates that gothic rose perfume that we love. Yes, 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 yes. Now, the May rose, on the other hand, was created a few years later by crossing the damask rose with the dog rose, or Rosa canina, and it also added a third unidentified rose. So now this creator, Gilbert Nobonand, living in the south of France, started mass producing, with most of its mass growth also, especially in Grasse, where he lived. Now the scientific name of this rose is Rosa centifolia, or 100-petal structure. Now I just wanted to add there how impressive and important it was as a Dior employee to understand this particular rose structure well. It is the rose that Dior uses heavily on their skin products and perfumery. Yes, now the May rose is characterized by an intense honey sweet waxy scent with powdery fruity undertones. It is crucial for high-end velvety dense floral fragrances by luxury brands. Yes, 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 and that is the May rose. Now let's talk about a rose on my tray today, which is, I have 14. Half of those 14 roses, up to about 6 or 7, are quite rare roses, and she is one of them. This is Queen Elizabeth. This is a rose designed right when Queen Elizabeth came into power and crowned. So it is quite an old rose, quite rare, and she grows up to 12 feet high. She is a grandstand tea rose. Yes, she is a gorgeous tea rose. We're having quite a warm, extended summer, although we are in autumn right now, darlings. So Queen Elizabeth is still in bloom. Gorgeous. Damask rose, May rose we've covered, and the tea rose, very well known for their tea-like smell and aroma. Beautiful, permeating, just as the damask and the May. However, it has this vibrant green tea leaf sort of appeal, which is very important in rose cultivating and for rose lovers. The first perfume or rose perfume on my tray today that I wanted to share with you is none other than Tea Rose by the Perfumer's Workshop, 1977. So in this you have the Bulgarian rose, the damask rose, and the tea rose. You have this green, spicy, dark, highly fragrant damask rose in this. You also have the authentic, deep, essential oil, spicy red rose used to provide this backbone to perfume, which is the Bulgarian rose in this. And then you have the tea rose. in this as well, which is a prolific blooming class of roses known for having a scent reminiscent of tea leaves. Now, tea roses have big roses and big dark green, sort of deciduous foliage and sepals, and even their stems, their roots, even their thorns, darlings, have an intense rose aroma. So this is 3 massively intense roses in this wonderful fragrance: the Bulgarian rose, the damask rose, and the tea rose. It is to me a very gothic scent. This perfume is intoxicating. This is an intoxicating spring rose. This perfume is not for the weak, darlings. And it is an incredible layering scent. This is a powerhouse. This is to describe someone maleficent in spring around her rose garden. This is for serious spring lovers, rose lovers, serious rose lovers, serious lovers of spring rain in a big cocktail establishment outdoors. I have been asked each time what I'm wearing, even when I layer this. Yes, whether layered or on its own, darlings, it is pure spellwork in a bottle. Come here. Yes, 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 big yes, gorgeous, forever still been sold since 1977. Fabulous. I recommend. Miss Dior, absolutely blooming. 2016 launch by an outstanding perfumer for Dior at that time, Francois Demachy. When he announced back then that this perfume was intended for cheerful women who love life, the world gravitated to this notion and this scent. Even to this day, if you can still find it, and you still can find it, darlings. I love this classic Miss Dior with the metal bow. Not really fond or a fan of the newer Miss Dior flankers. This is the one to get. This scent is the epitome of spring. This is a fruity berry rose designed to make you feel that real French splendor. Almost like you are frolicking in the grass on a beautiful French spring day. Now, this perfume, darlings, has top shelf quality, the greatest of ingredients, and this amazing projection and longevity. This is tart, but it's classy, sexy spring tart. Very long lasting, insanely long lasting. This is the May rose, the grass rose. Top shelf quality, the OG sexy, classy, cheerful fragrance. Very elegant and rich, classy and polished. A perfect rose spring fragrance. Yes. Just the queen of flowers. Now we've come to the third gorgeous rose spring scent on my tray today, and that is Givenchy's Irresistible Rosy Crush. Now launched in 2019 is this gorgeous Irresistible Rosy Crush by Givenchy, and created by master perfumer himself, Dominique Ropion. This is a gorgeous May rose fragrance. Now the May rose in perfume does very well when frequently paired with musk tart notes, just as it is in here. Because paired with musky tart notes gives it that romantic, refined aroma. This is a perfect spring rose perfume. This is a cold rose perfume. No warmth here, darlings. No amber or tonka. This is a cold, crisp, elegant, strong rose fragrance with a great musky blend. Now, I love that May Rose peony and musk combo. Now, Ropion can do nothing wrong, can he? Now, this scent does not fill a room, but when you wear it, it just does not fade on you. This is a very personal scent. You will clearly smell this forever until you disrobe or change out of your clothes or shower. A beautiful, attractive, quite sexy perfume. The only perfume you need. The one that stays close to you for as long as it's on you. It works for you and you only. It only matters to you. The sillage is not that big, but this perfume will only matter to you. It performs only for you, only. It touches your heart and emotions. And that's what Ropion did here. He wanted to create a scent that is just for you and nobody else. For you to know. The sillage is 7 out of 10. The longevity is 10 out of 10, in my opinion, darlings. So in spring, this fragrance reminds you to embrace your femininity. Very strong. Very strong indeed. But only strong for you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Now, we are about to do the 3-card pull reading for the coming week. As some of you may know, and some may not, darlings, Uranus has now entered Gemini, which means the last 7 years Uranus was in Taurus. Now, what can we expect when Uranus enters Gemini? It is quite a big shift. We will, of course, need to remain flexible, as some rigid ways of thinking will be challenged during this time. Education systems and our personal learning styles will undergo some huge, dramatic revisions. So this transit will ask us to question our already established narratives and to think for ourselves. Quite exciting, isn't it? But with all that aside, darlings, let's just pull 3 cards and see what's coming our way in the next week. Number 9, evergreen and lushness. Ooh, how quaint. Evergreen and lushness. Spring, totally. Totally spring, darlings. Luminous feminine spirit blooms eternally. Oh, yes. The luminous feminine spirit of rose. Evergreen lushness, luminous feminine spirit blooms eternal, as always. And rose highly depicts these words. Free and seer, number 1, embrace flowing with precise divine timing. Absolutely, darlings. Uranus in Gemini will require us to follow and flow with precise divine timing. And then we have youth and beauty. As you are a match with joy, you will discover hidden pearls within your being. Fabulous. So there will be a intellectual shifts type of thing happening during this transit, and emphasis on learning, adapting, and finding new ways to process information will be crucial during this time. Now, Uranus pairs well with Gemini because Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, which is an air sign, and in Gemini it does very well. So I'm hoping for a rather gorgeous shift in what we are already experiencing the last 7 years. Taurus is a bit slow and a bit steady, and too steady for some. Perhaps Uranus in Gemini will sort of give us that push and that little bit of incentive to push through and persevere and pivot in all things that we are handling and going through and experiencing, isn't it? Now we've come to the bottom card, which I always love because I determine the bottom card to have full authority and full intense relativity and relation to the 3 here. So let's look at it. Number 7, heaven. Number 7, heaven and earth. Divine unity is your graceful and very natural self-expression. Somewhat related to what I just said earlier, a couple of moments ago. Divine unity is your graceful and very natural self-expression. And there you have it, darlings. 3 gorgeous rose scents for spring, which I love to wear in spring, and also the different types of roses used in perfumery, namely the damask and the May rose. I hope you loved the video or liked it, and if you did like it, please consider liking it and clicking the like button, and consider subscribing. It does help the channel, and by subscribing, which is free, you will get to see and not miss any of my videos. Until the next video, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all on the next one. Until then, bye.